For people living with dementia or Alzheimer's disease, the sense of touch is so important. Touch quilts not only provide warmth and comfort to a patient, they also bring sensory stimulation to people living with the disease. A group of volunteers has been stitching beautiful touch quilts, making a difference one stitch at a time. Joining us now is Nicole McDonald, the Senior Manager of Dementia-Friendly Communities with Alzheimer Society of Manitoba. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, why is touch so important for dementia and Alzheimer's patients?
Well, these touch quilts specifically, while they're available to anyone living with dementia, we primarily see them used by people living with advanced stages. So maybe you've hit a place in your diagnosis where you're nonverbal or you're not able to participate in activities you always have. The touch just provides that sensory stimulation for people living with dementia.
And that's good.
Absolutely.
You want that kind of stimulation.
We want some sort of engagement, right? I mean, we are still active, we're still human, we still want some sort of purpose throughout our day, and this can provide that for individuals.
So each patch has a different almost role. Some have buttons, like there's this giant button over here, there's a zipper, there's like little lace, some of the images, some are really soft to touch. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how this really is a great way of stimulating that sensory.
Yes. Well, I mean, even sitting in here talking to you today, if I was nervous, I might be a little fidgety, right? So if I'm living with advanced stages of dementia and I am feeling a little fidgety, no quilt is the same. So it takes a person-centered approach of maybe I've always had pets growing up and I have that fur patch on that I get to just sit and I get to stroke, or I like to tinker, so I might really enjoy just playing with this on my lap or playing with this big button. All of these different textures provide a different experience that I might not be interested in this patch one day, but I might be very engaged with it the following day.
And so this is made by volunteers.
Yes, we have a phenomenal, huge group of volunteers that work under this Touch Quilt Project. We are certainly always accepting more. If it's not something that you can give a lot of time to, we also provide Touch Quilt kits. So you can call our office and we can provide you a single kit to go home and develop a quilt on your own.
Okay, and they're warm too, right? So you put it, this is the size that you're gonna get with this touch quilt, which is a nice small little size, but it's still warm, it still brings comfort, and the weight of the quilt is also important, right?
Yes, the intention is that it fits on our lap and it can be taken anywhere. And we know for a lot of individuals that use these touch quilts, they kind of become a security blanket, for lack of a better word. So I might bring them throughout areas of the home or areas of my personal care home or long-term care living facility. So it really is not only that sensory, but it's that comfort, and it can provide stress reduction and soothing for someone living with dementia.
Okay, so where do you distribute these quilts?
We distribute across Manitoba. They are free to anyone living with dementia. Oftentimes, because it is individuals living with advanced stages, we're working directly for the most part with personal care homes and long-term care facilities. So you don't need to be just in Winnipeg. You can contact us and we will ship them out to you.
What if you have a loved one who is at home perhaps and who has just been diagnosed or is living with Alzheimer or dementia? They could also get access to these quilts.
Absolutely. Again, you can contact our office and we can deliver one to you, or you can pick one up from our office. And while again, it's primarily used for people living with advanced stages of dementia, if you're recently diagnosed and you think this would be of benefit, this is welcome to anyone living with dementia.
So you always need some extra hands to help out. If somebody wants to help, what should they do?
We do have a touch quilt section on our website, a volunteer page where you could fill out an application to get involved with those more dedicated stream of volunteers. But again, you can contact us for that one-time kit, or if you're looking and you have just extra pieces of materials and random elements of sensory at home, please feel free to deliver that to our office. We can pick up from you, and we supply the batting to our volunteers.
This is great. Thank you so much for sharing this with us and showing us how these quilts work. They're beautiful. I just want to touch it.